What if the man we all thought was long gone was never really gone at all? Outlander's final season isn't just bringing closure, it's rewriting everything we thought we knew. Brace yourself because Season 8 might just resurrect the most unexpected ghost of all, Frank Randall. Outlander fans, something big is coming, and it's not just the end of the series. Season 8 is shaping up to be a finale packed with shocks, heartbreak, and maybe one last mystery from the past. The kind of twist that could leave us speechless. Yes, we're talking about Frank Randall, Claire's first husband, a man who died seasons ago, whose story we believed was closed for good. But rumors are swirling, and if you've been paying attention, the clues have been quietly building, some even hiding in plain sight. Diana Gabaldon, the brilliant author behind the series, has already teased that the show's ending won't mirror the books exactly. That alone tells us one thing. Season 8 is entering uncharted waters. Anything could happen. Old wounds could reopen, forgotten figures could return. And that includes Frank. Now let's rewind a bit. Frank Randall, portrayed masterfully by Tobias Menzies, was central in the early chapters of Claire's life. The 20th century husband who held on through confusion, pain, and betrayal. His death in Season 3, and brief glimpse in Season 4, seemed like the end. But with a story as layered as Outlander, can we really say goodbye that easily? It's been 7 long years since Frank last appeared on screen. And with the final season approaching, it would feel incomplete not to revisit the man who unknowingly paved Claire's path back to Jamie. On the other end, we have Jamie Fraser, and Season 7 already handled major moments from Book 8, including the Battle of Monmouth and Claire's near-death brush with fate. Jamie left the army, seemingly stepping away from war. But the calm won't last. In Gabaldon's Book 9, Go Tell the Bees That I Am Gone, war finds its way to Fraser's Ridge. Jamie is pulled back into the chaos, where tragedy nearly strikes. He's injured. So badly, Claire thinks he's gone. But using her healer's instincts, she finds a flicker of life and pulls him back. It's raw, emotional, unforgettable. But here's the twist. Jamie expected to die. Why? Because of a history book. One written by none other than Frank Randall. A book Brianna brought from the future, stating that Jamie perished in battle. Frank's research became a warning from across time. Even in death, Frank's voice echoed. And this connection may just be the perfect excuse for a return. But don't expect Frank to reappear in the present. If he's coming back, it'll be through memories, flashbacks, or dreams. And there's evidence to support that. Remember when Brianna was flipping through a book in the 20th century during Season 7? The title was The Soul of a Rebel, The Scottish Roots of the American Revolution. It may have seemed minor, but it's the same book she later carries into the past in Book 9. That can't be coincidence. That's setup. It means Frank's work, his research, might play a much bigger role in the final chapter than anyone expected, especially since he also knew about the obituary that mentioned Claire and Jamie's deaths. He knew Claire had returned to the 18th century. He knew Jamie's name. And still he kept it to himself. But why? Guilt? Respect? A final gesture of love? Whatever the reason, he documented Jamie's life in detail. Not for glory, not for revenge, but perhaps as a gift. For Claire. For Brianna. For closure. So what if Season 8 gave us an entire episode through Frank's perspective? Imagine watching him dig through archives, reading old letters, discovering Jamie's legend, and quietly wrestling with what it meant for the woman he loved. It would be powerful, honest, maybe even heartbreaking. And most of all, it would be fair. Frank never got a proper ending. He was never Claire's soulmate. That was always Jamie. But he was the reason she could find that soulmate in the first place. He gave her stability after the war. He raised Brianna. He saved the newspaper clipping that would one day lead Claire back through the stones. Without Frank, there's no Outlander. So yes, if the creators bring him back in some form, it's not just for drama. It's for balance, for resolution, for the story to finally come full circle. Whether it's a vision, a dream, or a flicker of memory, Frank Randall deserves one last goodbye. So what do you think? Should Frank return in Season 8? Would you want a flashback episode? A closure scene? Let us know in the comments. If you love this breakdown, hit that like button, share it with your fellow Outlander fans, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives, theories, and exclusive updates as we approach the epic final season. Thanks for watching, and as always, the story's not over yet.